Hello, myself Sunil Ramakrishna. Here basically we are discussing about the topic that is this basically lava creation basically. From the lava creation basically we connected to this basically. So this is the lava creation data basically. From lava creation basically we connected to this whole area basically. That also up to this 12 lakh crore money amount basically. So see basically the finance company, see basically. See the finance company also. Who are the finance company? 10 biggest finance company who basically handles this money, that is this money, this money basically. So you can just imagine basically the things basically connected. So one of the person told that yeah basically the software companies basically who are getting 0.0000001%, that are that basically are top 10 software companies only, and they basically are creating, they basically has created the top, sorry, all the small software companies. Then he told that yes basically they have created the all small software company, and they are basically circulating this database across the companies basically. So whenever basically they feels that basically somebody is doing the inquiry, so that basically nobody is supposed to track that data basically, so they keeps on circulating the data basically from here, from there, because they have created more than 1 lakh software companies basically. More than 1 lakh, and all software companies are connected with each other basically with the help of internet, and that is a node system basically. That is a node system basically. I am not technically I am not sound basically. I am not sound in the networking side basically, but I know that node system is basically the only way basically. And this basically system mostly basically might have changed also basically, because somebody has done the verification in corona that basically how many people know that basically, that where which plane is moving where basically. In that system basically this node system also basically might be removed also. So currently basically which system is then, that basically I don't know basically. And that group basically lots of people says that यार ये सब each and every information, this who is passing the information. For example, the World Trade Center was actually not the World Trade Center basically, was the accident basically which was supposed to move to the Himalayan Mount Everest basically, which moved to the, where basically it moved to the World Trade Center. And this information who basically passed, that is a Russian country basically, who basically have this power, node system power basically, who basically handles the node, and they basically have the entire control of the database basically. In this basically one of the person told that Oracle, no, Oracle basically might not be that basically, because that database basically might be that database which is basically not connected with the world basically, which is not connected with the world. So this amount basically which might be storing basically in the database, it might be stored in the some of the database. That database might be totally different database, who basically might not, you basically might never might have heard about the database only basically. That would be that database basically. And mostly lots of people says that it might be notepad here basically, might be possible, and that might be in the binary format, sorry not binary format, because binary format is also basically in front of the world basically. So it might be in that format basically, which format basically you might not have ever heard also, might not have ever heard also. So one of the person told that East might be in the format of mountain format basically. Then he told that mountain format. Then one of the person told that do you know basically mountain is one format basically. Then he told that no basically, that I don't know. Mountain means mountain energy basically. Mountains and mountain energy. On the base of mountain energy, the mountains basically are there basically. If you decode the energy of the mountain, then you are decoding the mountain, you are breaking the mountain basically. So that in really basically it's not like, just taking as an example basically, that this type of database might be there basically. Then he told that yes basically that might be possible basically. That might be possible. So one of the person told that basically. One of the person told that how basically the France group basically might be handling this. Then one of the person told that France group, yes, there's that group basically who basically says that basically we are also basically there. We also basically are into this percentage. We are also into this percentage. Then he told that yes basically. So one of the person told that how basically France is handling the software industry. Then he told that France group basically, that need to check here basically how France group basically are handling the software industry and how basically they are connected with this basically. That is this data basically. 12 lakh crore dollar basically. And here basically the software industry what gets 0.0001. Then also basically the software industry is one of the richest industry basically after medical industry. Medical industry is the most richest industry basically. After that basically that's the software industry basically. After that basically it's the software industry basically. So you can just imagine basically the things basically connected basically. So one of the person told that yes basically this France basically जो है इसके पास भी very might be having lots of, so India basically lots of people says that यार India तो basically which kind of country it is, India लेकिन है क्या है. One of the person asked this question basically. Do you know what question it was basically? From USA basically one of the person asked, what is India? This basically question basically was asked by one of the person basically from USA basically. If the plane basically 100 plane basically which is getting crashed, then he asked the question, what is India? What is actually India? Then one of the person told, yaar, this basically only political people basically can answer basically. Then he told that which political people basically. So he told that for that basically you have to check the political people basically. Political parties in India basically. That are these parties basically. See? That also recognized party. That also basically legally basically authorized. Because this plane basically everything getting crashed, that is also basically legally. That also in the India land basically. So USA basically people told that yeah basically we are trusting you and basically we are doing like this type of activity. Then the USA government told one of the person from USA told that basically in this USA government is also involved basically. In this basically USA government is also involved basically. So then one of the person basically asked the question basically. Do you know what question basically what that? After this what is India, he asked the question, what is government? Then one of the person asked this question basically, who is handling government? Because this government basically knows this. Few things basically government also might not be knowing. Why? Because government keeps on changing basically. Then the question was, who is handling government basically? So that was the question basically. In next video basically we are going to see a little bit more about this.